Greetings, Internet faithful. I am some guy named Rob, and welcome, once again, to the ever-present threat of online entertainment that we call the Some Guy Named Rob Sunday Night Livestream. Brought to you live by and broadcast live from the International Academy for the Subtle Art of Talking to Oneself. Thank you for joining me. A quick little note about tonight's live stream. It's not 100% live. Let me explain. I want to be upfront about this because I think it's important that I'm honest with everybody. This video portion that you're watching right now was actually recorded last night on Saturday. The reason isn't necessarily because of Mother's Day. The reason is I've actually picked up an overtime shift for today, that being the Sunday. It's a 12-hour shift that goes from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern, which finishes 1 hour before I would normally live stream, which in and of itself is not a problem. The issue is that I also have an on-call that goes with it, which goes from 8 p.m. till 6 a.m. the next morning, so 6 a.m. Monday morning. And during that time, at any time whatsoever, I can receive a phone call from a client, have to drop everything I'm doing, and I need to be on the ball and 100% focused on my job, which I can't really do while I'm live streaming video games on Twitch. You can see there's a problem. I don't want to miss a stream. I would rather not miss a stream, so what I'm going to do is kind of a compromise. I'm going to test this out. Please let me know in chat, because I will be in chat, and I'll get to that in a second. But please let me know in chat if this is an idea that you support or if this is a really stupid idea. So the way it's going to work is this video portion here. I'm recording it as if I were doing a live stream. Webcam is on. I'm not going to do any clever editing tricks. It's going to be done all in one take. This is going to be one long video file that I'm recording, and I'm just going to play it right back for everybody later. However, live, I will be monitoring the chat. So I'll be in the chat room live. So that way there's a lot less impact. If I happen to get a call, I can just BRB in chat and go, hey guys, got a call, we'll be right back, enjoy the game. And I can kind of continue doing my thing playing the game because that'll have already been recorded. But it doesn't mean that I risk starting and stopping the stream multiple times in very, very awkward ways. Again, I don't know how this is going to play. I hope it plays well. I hope it's something that you guys enjoy. I hope it's something that you guys find is a decent idea, because maybe it can be used for future times where I pick up overtime shifts, or let's say there's a major holiday and I know I'm going to miss a stream or whatever. I can still keep my schedule and I can still maintain a high degree of interactivity with you in chat, but you're going to get responses. They're just not going to be live. So this will be pre-recorded gameplay of picking up where we went, where we left off last week with, I think, the game Quiver's Terrible Tales to Tell to Terrible for Terrible Parents to Tell to Their Equally Terrible Children. So we're going to pick up where we left off there, and I'm going to continue to do the voices. It seemed to go over pretty well last week with everybody in chat. So I'm going to keep going with that. As I said, feels weird talking about myself that way, but I will be in the chat monitoring, so I'll be doing, comments, probably commentary on my own performance. Maybe I'll talk about things I find cringeworthy. Who knows? Maybe I'll find the whole thing cringeworthy and I'll just decide this is a stupid experiment. But I will be in chat for anybody who wants to chat. It's just the interactivity will not be on camera. It'll be through the chat. It gets recorded onto the video file anyway. So anybody who watches in the future, again, this is an experiment. We'll see how it goes. And again, I want to be upfront about how this works. And every now and then, just for clarification, I'm going to run a little kind of a ticker across the screen. I don't know if it'll be above me or below me, but it'll have sort of an FYI saying, by the way, this is pre-recorded video, but Rob is live in chat to interact with his audience. I don't know how I'm going to word it yet. That's a problem for future Rob, literally. So with that in mind, I do want to make it clear that we have expanded the actual live stream schedule. We're going to do live streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays. They're going to be different games each time. Tuesday is going to be the Major League Baseball 2004 project, generally managing. I don't know how you conjugate that, but I will be playing the role of the general manager of the Montreal Expos in their final season in existence in the major leagues, to see, could I have done any better if I were given the job of general manager and some money to spend to put together a compelling team, to spend the money that the team never ever spent to put a contender together. Could I build a contender? Could I build a team that was at least respectable? We'll see. I'm going to reboot that series. Thursday is probably going to be an old school retro game. I haven't decided what I'm going to go with yet, but it's going to be something where I'm going to do a long play. So it's going to be multiple episodes across multiple weeks and play it from beginning to end. Once I decide on that, I'll I'll let y'all know. Excuse me. Oh. I am really, really sorry about that. As I said, I'm not doing any clever editing tricks. If I cough, I'm going to turn away and cough like I would during a live stream, yawning, things like that. I'm kind of, sort of, completely exhausted right now. I have had about, let's see, last night I had about 3 hours, well, maybe about 2.5 hours of sleep. And then after the 2.5 hours of sleep, I got to get another hour, excuse me, an hour-ish of nap time in the morning before my son woke up and I had to kind of go through my day. Excuse me once again, sorry about that. I'm not meaning to bore myself, I promise. But yeah, that's kind of, it was kind of a long day. But I wanted to get this done. I did not want to miss a live stream. I wanted to make sure that I put something out for people who expect to tune in on Sundays and see me doing my thing. So we'll see how this all plays out. I do want, before we get to the game, I do want to throw up some quick thank yous. I want to give some acknowledgement. First of all, my God, thank you to everybody who in the last week has followed the channel, followed me on Twitter, followed me on Twitch, followed me on YouTube, subscribed to my YouTube channel. Amazing. The growth has been incredible. You know, I do have one individual that I want to single out, and that is Swain from Swain Games. He's here on Twitch. I'm going to have future Rob actually put a little link in the doobly-doo in chat for those of you who are not already following or subscribed to Swain to go and check his channel out. He is amazing. His community is awesome, and I'm glad to be a part of his community as a follower and subscriber of his channel. And also he has been instrumental in helping me grow this channel from sort of a piss-ass little me hanging out hoping somebody pays attention to me type of channel to being a part of an actual part of the greater Twitch community, which is awesome. Thank you, Swain. Anyone from this channel who is not already following and subscribed, definitely recommend to follow at the very, very least. So show his channel some love, because he has shown a lot of love to this channel in the past week. He is almost completely personally responsible for like 13 new follows in the last like 8 days. Yeah. Excuse me, sorry, still battling this stupid cold. I really look forward to getting rid of this cold. Okay, last thing before we get to the game, which is sort of the two-pronged attack of the introduction of beverages and the obligatory ASMR from hell as we open the first beverage of the night. So without further ado, part of my shopping trip today was to go out and buy tonight's beverages. So we're going to start, you can't see it, but I can, obviously, left to right from my perspective. We have a Somersby apple flavored cider. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but here it is. Let me make sure it shows up on camera. Somersby apple flavored cider. That's choice number one. Potential choice number one. Next up, we have Waterloo Dark, which looks tremendously interesting. It is a local beverage brewed in Ontario from Ontario's first craft brewer. And let's see, since its first appearance on our award-winning dark lager, the mysterious wild boar has represented the stubborn pride we take in brewing our beer. So, stubborn people brewing alcohol Stubbornness and alcohol. What could possibly go wrong? All right. Next up, we have, and I'm going to admit I picked this strictly for the name, Mad and Noisy Lagered Ale. This looks really, really cool. Where is this brewed? This is another one, Creemore, Ontario, so another Ontario brew. I am in Eastern Ontario, by the way, for those of you who did not already know that. Let me see. I don't know where that Summersby was brewed, but I have another Summersby, which is blackberry flavored cider. Let me make sure I get that on camera properly. And this is brewed in Denmark, actually. So this is an import. So yeah, I'm interested to see how a blackberry flavored cider would taste. It's just the apple flavored one is kind of weird. That's kind of an odd way to describe a cider, because I just assume it's made from apples, because that's kind of what cider is usually. All right, finally, last, and I can't say certainly not least, because it quite possibly may well be. We have a blast from the past. Rolling Rock Extra Pale premium beer from St. Louis, Missouri, or Missouri, as I've heard some people pronounce it, which I don't know how you get the letter I to sound like ah. If you can explain to me that sort of grammatical leap, put it in the chat. Future Rob would be very, very curious to hear your response to that. But yeah, Rolling Rock it's an interesting choice. This was my older brother's favorite beer for a long, long time. Don't know if it still is. I haven't spoken to him in a while. But I remember when we used to go on trips across the border to the United States and upstate New York, it was always one of the things he had to buy. We always had to declare everything at customs because my brother needed a 6-pack, which was usually more than one 6-pack. It was usually like six packs of Rolling Rock. But I have decided, and also because I saw it was on sale. You know, I've decided to pick up an old favorite, an old sort of beer from my mysterious past. Actually, I don't think I could. I can't remember ever having drank Rolling Rock in my life, so I really have no connection to this beer other than it was my brother's favorite. He started, you know, let's see if it's any good. So what we're going to do is I'm just gonna see which one looks more interesting to me. I think I'm gonna start with Mad and Noisy. So we're gonna start with Mad and Noisy just because of the name. And actually the can is really cool. I know I'm in monochrome here for the camera, so it's not as interesting and as beautiful as it could be. This is a very well designed can and a very nice logo and a cool name. So hey, and also it is brewed. Where is it brewed? Did I even check? Oh yes, Creemore, Ontario. But it is inspired by Kolsch beers of Cologne, Germany. It is a strawberry blonde ale, subtly hopped, thank God. Fermented with ale yeast and then lagered cold. Okay. So we've settled on Mad and Noisy. We're going to go ahead and start with the obligatory ASMR from hell as I open our first can of the night. Cheers, everybody. Oh, and by the way, because I'm on call and I will be allowed to do so, future Rob will probably also have a can of one of the remaining beverages during the live stream. So the tradition of Sunday night gaming and beer will continue. All right. All right, with that in mind, because things are a little different, I'm going to use a slightly different Be Right Back screen from what I was using last week. I actually don't recall if I used it last week. But we're going to go back to our old school BRB. We're going to set up a little bit of a transition. We're going to get the game going, and then we're going to spend the next little while playing a game. So, all right, let's get this mad experiment underway. Okay, and we are back with Quiver Dick's Terrible Tale for terrible parents to read to their equally terrible children. This game, for those of you who are tuning in for the first time and missed last week's live stream and did not check the previous live stream video, the only way I can really describe this game is like warped flash fiction that you used to write in high school with a bunch of your buddies when you were really bored in class and you're just sort of passing papers back and forth, where the whole goal was to try and get your classmates in trouble for laughing out loud in class at extremely inappropriate moments. This game is not for the faint of heart. It will be not safe for work. Well, unless your boss has a really great sense of humor. Some people are like that. Let me just take a look at everything. Everything looks kind of good on camera. So let's get back to this. For those of you who did watch Quiver Dick's Terrible Tale for terrible parents to read to their equally terrible children. My God, that is a mouthful. That's what she said. And yeah, I'm not going to remember how I did all the voices. So if some of the voices sound different from last week, I'll apologize. Kind of a one-man show, kind of tired, I also didn't review the video. Actually, that's not true. I actually did watch the video just to see how it came off to everyone who is viewing it, because I'm in the middle of doing it. So I don't know how it comes off to everybody, but I decided to watch the video, and yeah, it was kind of funny. It's kind of interesting watching myself do all the voices, but whatever. I'm going to try my best to remember how I did some of the voices. But there will be discrepancies. I'm not a professional voice actor, so, All right, let's continue. We're going to load file 4, 5 butterflies, 4 total saves. This was an hour and 12 minutes into the game. And we're going to load this save file. Okay, if I recall, we were just about to, okay, good, my cursor is getting recorded. We were just about to go up this corridor after we had finished playing Enter Sandman on those little mushrooms by wetting their pipes in terms of singing with various bodily fluids. That's all I'll say about that. All right, let's do this. Let's see how it goes. All right, new screen. Oh, hey, this is a callback to the beginning of the game. Nice. Well, let's go talk to these people. Styles Davis. All right, enough is enough. You've been alive for far too long. It's time to die. Hey, leave her alone. Stay out of this, little fairy. Prepare to feel the wrath of Mr. Fister. I love the name. Yeah. I'm 12. I'm 12 again, and I'm laughing at really stupid shit. Please, no! It was at this point in time the little fairy had a choice to make. What choice was that, Grandpa? Mary had to choose whether or not to help the sister. Okay, so for those of you who watched the last one, the first hour or so of this was very vaguely interactive. I think out of the hour of gameplay, maybe 5 minutes of total interactivity. Okay, I'm exaggerating, like maybe 15. It was a lot of exposition and just kind of hitting the space bar to advance. That's really what this game is kind of all about. At least it seems to be. Well, at least the prologue was. But now we actually get a choice. So let's go. We're gonna help the sister because I really don't want to help somebody named Mr. Fister or Styles Davis. Styles Davis is lame. Since Mary was good of heart, she decided to step in. Since Mary had not collected all of the low fragment crystals, however, the scroll of face melting had only enough power to kill one of the attackers. Oh, I didn't collect all the butterflies. Oh, shit. She used her scroll of face melting and reduced the baddie in front of her into a pile of smushy smashies. Goodbye, Styles Davis. Ah, what did you do to me? I'm melting. What the hell? Since Mary's scroll ran out of juice, there wasn't enough energy left in it to kill baddie number 2. So he laid down the wrath of Mr. Fister upon thy sister. Ah, I've been wrecked. Take that. And with that, Mr. Fister smoke bombed like a motherfucking ninja and made his escape. Damn it, he got away. It is okay, little fairy. You tried your best and I thank you for your aid. Come into my home so I may take care of you. I have a feeling you're in need of a home just as much as I'm in need of a companion. I can't believe I missed I can't believe I missed a butterfly. Mary the fairy helped nurse Sister Whitsted back to full health. Sister Whitsted had suffered many injuries from Mr. Fister. Because of this, they became wonderful friends. Little Mary was always helping Sister Whitsted. I appreciate you very much, Mary. You're very dear to me, and I thank you for accepting me for who I am. Thank you for being my friend. No, Sister Whitsted. Thank you for being my friend. There's a lesbian joke coming, isn't there? I can sense a very, very poorly written lesbian joke coming. I'm calling it now. This is my Babe Ruth moment. This is my life. Yeah. So little Mary the fairy and her new friend lived happily ever after. See, kids? Even though both Sister Whitsted and Mary were both rejected their entire lives, they still managed to find friendship and love from one another. Which means there's still hope for you one day too, Andrew. Thanks, Grandpa. You shouldn't lie to the boy, Richard. Grandpa, I have to be honest. That story fucking blew dogs for quarters. Hey, now that I think about it, that story did kind of suck. Well, they can't all be winners, kids. Moral of the story, life isn't fair. And also, fuck you. You think I'm happy that you two little shits share my DNA? No, but that's life. Shit happens and then you die. I don't want to die, Grandpa. Well, you're gonna. I don't want to die either, Grandpa. Well, you're gonna die too, Emma. I'm gonna die, you're gonna die, you're gonna die, and she's gonna die. We're all gonna die. None of you are safe. I love a cheerful story, don't you? God damn it, Richard, take your medicine. I would, but the liquor store is closed on Sundays. See, kids, that's why you shop on Saturdays for everything that you need for the weekend. That actually is the true moral of the story. Cheers. Okay, just making sure my levels are okay. And to think I was dumb enough to marry this old shriveled ballsack of a man. What was that, dear? Nothing, honey. Go to sleep. Already ahead of you. This was one of 3 possible endings. Well, that's good, because I would feel pretty pissed if I came back from this for a mere 10 minutes of barely interactive gameplay. Only to tell all of you, thank you, good night, because I have nothing else planned. All right, 1 of 3 possible endings. Highly recommend that you try to unlock the other endings and potential Easter egg events. Okay, so we have Easter eggs to uncover. We have 2 more alternate endings to discover. So one of them, obviously, is we find all the scroll for the lore fragments. The other one is that we don't help the sister. Clearly, those seem to be the logical endings. Now, for those of you who have followed thus far from the beginning, excuse me, this game and logic have nothing to do with one another, have lost each other's phone numbers, and the light from logic would take 10 million years to reach where we are right now. Let's do this. All right. But this concludes Old Man Quiver's terrible tale for terrible parents to read to their equally terrible children. You were warned. See you next time. To think I actually could have done the rest of this and finished off the live stream with this game. All right. So we have credits. We hope you've had a nice laugh and enjoyed your time. If you did enjoy your time playing, it would mean the world to us if you'd be willing to leave a review, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Yes. You know what? You're not winning me over by not letting me skip the credit sequence. Let's see, Metal as Fuck and the Chronicles of Quiver Dick. So these guys have a couple other games. Probably will have to check them out, because I was kind of fond of the, oh my god, let me skip this. There is nothing worse than game credits that you cannot skip. Especially since in the menu, when we get back to the menu, you will see there's an entry to go directly to the credits. Yeah, so you can see it was made with RPG Maker MV. which I actually have. I actually have a copy of that I purchased on Steam when it was on sale, I think for like $30. Okay, come on. Yeah, I mean, these are all prefab assets. They're all just basically shuffled around. It's more the writing that really sets RPG Maker games apart. I won't say quite a few. I have maybe 10 total RPG Maker games, and it's really in the writing that separates things, because the graphics and the gameplay are all pretty much the same. There's a lot of big similarities between all of them. Oh my god, this is getting on my nerves. This is one of those times where I wish I could do the fancy tricks and I could just like do like the finger snap and all of these credits go away instead of half the universe, but you know, I've decided to commit to the theme of doing this like I would a live stream, and so I'm gonna go with it. Now it's just waiting for these fucking credits to stop. Oh, man. Although I guess I shouldn't be too terribly surprised, because much like the game, the credits don't offer you any control. The only difference is that during the game, you're being expositioned toward or told a story. And, you know, the writing is a lot better than GALV_screen zoom, author GALV galvs-scripts.com. No one gives a shit about that. Well, I don't right now. Pretty sure most of you don't either. Waiting patiently. Waiting patiently. Actually, I guess while I'm doing that, what I'm going to do is I am actually going to boost the music a little bit. Oh, wait, here we go. Hold on. Oh, maybe there is more. Thank God. That would be even more infuriating then? Okay. So, I'm totally still awake. Yeah, same here. This seriously sucks. Shut your damn mouths and go to sleep. Oh, this is an end credit sequence. They did like a Marvel thing. See, here you go. Oh no, okay, Crankage Games. Sorry, I thought there was a credits thing. We're gonna do a new game. Let's fire up a new game. So we know that this is actually gonna take roughly an hour-ish, which is fine because I'm looking at the amount of time we've been recording. There's about an hour and a half left in the live stream-ish. We have time for a full playthrough to unlock a second ending. Let's do this. What you are about to witness cannot be unseen. It cannot be unread. If you continue, do so at your own risk, as I'm absolutely positive there is a better use of your time doing pretty much anything else. If you do choose to stick around, then please enjoy this terrible tale for terrible parents to read to their equally terrible children. If you just so happen to be a terrible parent, you may enjoy reading this terrible tale to your terrible children. If you are not a terrible parent, then you probably shouldn't be here, as I'm sure you will not enjoy this terrible tale. If, however, you are a terrible parent, but your kids are not terrible children, then perhaps you should look elsewhere, as this terrible tale is better suited for appropriately terrible children. If you have terrible children but are not a terrible parent, then you're probably on your way out of here at this point. However, let's be honest. If your children are terrible, then you're probably a terrible parent, and it's probably all your fault. Which means that this tale is, in fact, for you. Get ready for Quiver Dick's terrible tale for terrible parents to read to their equally terrible children. We begin at Old Man Quiver's house. Hey, Grandpa, can you read us a bedtime story? Yeah, Grandpa, maybe a motivational story. Yeah, a motivational story that's super positive and shit. Or a story about an underdog that ends up beating the odds and winning some big competition or something. Or a story about how you got that arrow lodged in your dick, Grandpa. Well, that might be a story for another day, Andrew. Perhaps I can tell a different tale for you children. Perhaps a terrible tale. A terrible tale, Grandpa? What makes a tale so terrible, Grandpa? Stupidity. Lots of it. It sounds like the perfect tale for Stupid McStupid Pants, doesn't it, Andrew? I'm not a Stupid McStupid Pants. My name is Andrew and I'm super smart. What did I tell you about having self-confidence, Andrew? That I don't deserve it and I'll never amount to anything because I'm ugly and I have a bad case of the herpaderps, Grandma? Well, your words, not mine. Grandpa, can we hear the story already? Oh, I suppose so, Emma. Yay, I can't wait to hear this terrible tale. Be careful what you wish for, Emma. You just might get it. Well, duh, that's what we've been waiting for 10 minutes now. I always assume your stories are going to be terrible, Grandpa. They're always terrible. Fair point. Why don't you tell them that terrible tale that taught you that one moral lesson thingamajigger? Yeah, Grandpa, the one with the thing. Oh, why, of course, that tale, the one with the thing. Now, what thing was that again? I could have sworn there was a thing I had in mind. Ooh. I have a belly button, Grandpa. Where did that come from? Ah, that random dumbass comment you made just helped me spark an idea for a tale, Andrew. This is the tale of... Tale of what, Grandma? Grandpa. He doesn't remember, Emma. Get off his back. Of course I remember, you little shit. But, yeah, Emma, get off of my nuts. I said back, Grandpa. Whatever. Anyways, this is the tale of something. I'll make it up as I go along, and you'll sit here and listen to it whether you like it or not. You got it, Grandpa. So it all started with an old lady being pushed around and bullied by a couple of dickheads who had nothing better to do than to pick on some old broad. Leave me alone, I don't want any trouble. Now, when I say some old broad, I meant a young woman who just happens to be a nun. Hey, you stay away from our fine establishment. Yeah, we better not see you hanging... yeah, we better not see you hanging around our village, practicing that mumbo-jumbo witchcraft of yours. We don't take kindly to you worshipping that god. Stay in the forest where you belong, animal. Or else. All I did was bless someone when they sneezed, and I haven't even lived in your village for over 10 years. Well, just reminding you. Yeah, just a reminder, nun lady. Oh, whenever will they leave me alone? Those guys are total douche nozzles, but what do you expect from two guys named Mr. Fister and Styles Davis? We'll come back to that part of the story later. For now, let's focus on this little fairy fuck here. Some old cunt. You shouldn't be in here, little fairy. Oh dear, that doesn't sound good. When I get my hands on you, I'm gonna chop you into tiny pieces and gnaw the meat off your bones. Well, I think that's my cue to leave. Run, run, little fairy. Run, run. All right, we're gonna run, run. Well, that guy was creepy. Let's continue on with the rest of the story, shall we? Mary the fairy was visiting the graveyard one day in search of food. Looking for food in a graveyard, Grandpa? Oh yes, fairies eat human flesh, don't you know? Wow, I didn't know that, Grandpa. That's scary. Fairies are very weak, however, so they typically go to graveyards to feast on the flesh of those already dead. So anyways, this little fairy Mary, as stated previously, was on her way to get some food. Mary had some mega munchies as she was up all night 420 blazing it like a G. I want to be a G, Grandpa. You'll never be a G, Andrew. I can be a G if I want, Grandpa. I can be whatever I want to be. I just have to believe really hard. Andrew, you can't tie your shoes. You shit your pants at least 8 times a day. And you cry whenever you hear birds chirping outside of your window in the mornings. Their chirpy chirp tweety tweet songs are just so beautiful. You are the furthest thing from a G that anyone has ever been, period. Including young Gravy. Richard Simmons is more of a G than you. Ooh, I like him. He's my favorite. That little girl down the street in the wheelchair is more of a G than you. Well, duh, she can do drive-bys, Grandpa. That's an unfair advantage. I just have these shitty legs. Step into my office, Andrew. We can clear this leg issue up that you are having. I'm not playing doctor with you again, Emma. You know, I've been through this part of the story twice now. Once when narrating it on the last live stream, and once when reviewing the live stream, and that line still cracks me up. You tried to cut my kidney out last time. Correction, I tried to cut your liver out, Andrew. I did cut your kidney out. Oh, but Jesus, this isn't good. Don't worry, Andrew. I have a 100% success rate when operating on my patients. All of your patients have died, Emma. Exactly. When did my grandchildren become little psychopaths? When they popped out of their mother's vagina, Richard. Anyways, food for the fairy. I'm quite famished. I need some nom-noms. I wonder where my fairy friends are. Alright, let's go grab butterfly. Just as you reach out your hand to touch the butterfly, it disappears with a flash of light. Huh? What's this? Where the butterfly last was sits a crystal on the ground. Ooh, a crystal! What kind of crystal, Grandpa? It was a lore fragment crystal, Emma. What's a lore fragment crystal? Well, find out later. Possibly. Depends. Huh? Depends on what? Right now, it depends on whether you shut up so we can continue the damn story. Mary obtains a lore fragment. Okay, so we got a lore fragment. Now, that was our problem in the last game, was we did not have all of the lore fragments. Let's see what happens. I came here to eat. I did not get eaten. I should look for my friends. Okay. Let's clear up the business with the friends, which we know are here. And do we see any butterflies? Butterflies. Do we see any butterflies? What the hell is this? Oh, no, we just fly over them. A pile of stones rests on the ground, representing a potential future grave marker. Okay, nothing special there. No butterflies yet. There you are. I've been looking all over for you, bunch. Slip nips. Well, what took you so long? You missed out on dinner. Huh. Missed out on dinner? You couldn't have saved me some? Sprinkled it. You snooze, you lose, Mary. Maybe next time you won't be such a slowpoke. Boobsy. I don't think there should be a next time. What do you mean? Boobsy. I mean, maybe we should get rid of you? Sprinkle Tit. Yeah, I kind of agree. Mary. But, Sprinkle Tit, you're my best friend. Sprinkle Tit. We can still be friends, just without ever seeing each other. Or talking. Or being friends. I can't believe what I'm hearing. Slipnips. The fairies have spoken. Mary the fairy is no longer welcome among us. I have no idea if these voices are consistent. You are banished forever. Fine. I don't need you. I don't need any of you. I'll be just fine on my own. Toodles, bitch. And with that, Mary set out in search of a new life, all on her own. Wow, fairies are such assholes, Grandpa. They sure are, Emma. Would you like to save the game? Yes, we will. We're going to save the game. We're going to you know what? We're going to do file 5. And we're going to save. It's 1 total save, 1 total butterfly. 15 minutes, by the way. And that's how much, like, actual gameplay time that you get. Okay. Do you want to overwrite this save file? Yes. Okay. So now we're going to... There, go back. I want to know what happens maybe if we... Banished forever. Alright, let's see what happens. Let's try again. Banished forever. That's how I picture them talking. Alright, so... we have somebody to talk to here. Jeremy Dye. Well, hello there. Well, hello there, little fairy.
Hello.
Hello to you, sir. How are you doing on this fine day? I'm doing well, thank you. You seem much nicer than that mean old man inside. Oh, how so? He threatened to cut me into tiny pieces and eat me. Oh. That's just some old cunt trying to scare you. Don't worry about him. Well, he was quite rude. He's one some might call, a meanie face? Precisely. A meanie face. Well, thanks for talking to me, mister. I really should be on my way now. You take care now, little fairy. And with that, Mary the fairy went on her way. Some old cunt's shop. You can say that again. Alright, what do we got here? The grave marker sits peacefully still in the damp soil. It reads. Okay, well, I did this one on the last stream. Alright, probably a lot of these are rather whimsical. I will do all of these grave markers on the final playthrough, but for now, we're going to focus on trying to find that butterfly. We have butterflies to find. This is my life now. I guess this is it, all on my own now. I suppose I should look around for some food. Oh, there's a butterfly over there. Motherfucker, you can't even get to it? Like, you literally cannot get to that butterfly. It does not let you get to the butterfly. That's why you can't get to the crystal. You son of a bitch. I should be able to. I'm a fucking fairy. Why can't I fly over there? That's a load of bullshit. Alright. Let's look here. Let's see, maybe I can... Nope, nothing there. Nothing to interact with. Nothing. Nothing. Hello, little fairy. All alone, are we? I actually really liked doing this voice last time. I don't want any trouble. Why, of course you don't. But Reefer isn't here to cause you any trouble. No. Reefer is your friend. Oh, thank goodness. Reefer can sense your heartache and turmoil. And yeah, I know I forgot to read part of the last line. Life got you down, little fairy. You guessed it. Life sure has been hard lately. Well, sit back and relax. And let Reefer take care of you. It was then that this mysterious creature called Reefer began shoving handfuls of mushrooms into Mary's mouth, force-feeding her more than she could handle. Wow, she's lucky. I love mushrooms. These weren't your typical mushrooms, Andrew. These were magical mushrooms. I know that, Grandpa. I ate a bunch from your dresser drawer and got higher than a motherfucker. Dear God, is that where all of my shrooms went? I thought I had eaten an entire bag of them and forgotten. Nope, that was all me. Am I a gangster yet, Grandpa? You're a goddamn monster is what you are, Andrew. Eating all of my mushrooms like that. Anyways, Reefer had just finished shoving all those mushrooms down Mary's throat, and as she ingested them, she began seeing funny colors and hallucinate. Whoa. feel better, little fairy? Totally. Well then, my job here is done. If you ever need more, you know who to call. Wait, I do? I'm pretty sure I don't know how to get a hold of him if I need more. I totally forgot to give you my business card. That's my bad. Apparently I'm out of business cards. This is embarrassing. It's okay. I'll just yell really loud until you come find me. That's not really how it works, but we'll just go with it. Maybe I'll be in the area that day, who knows? I sure don't. Yeah, well, goodbye. And with that, the creature was gone just as quickly as he had come. Well, I'm not hungry or sad anymore. I guess I should be on my way to search for a new place to call home. So Mary set off into the treacherous beyond in hopes of finding her new life. Alright. Oh. The strange creature stares at you with way too many eyes. This thing is creeping me out. I don't think it's gonna let me go past. The dragon lets out a giant roar, warning you to back off. I should probably leave it alone. Alright. So we are here, and okay, we can't pass that way. Do we have any butterfly? Oh, we need that. How do we get into that thing? Alright, we apparently can't. And flowers block our progress. That's kind of awesome. Okay, so let's see. Do we have any... See, we should have a butterfly up here, but we can't get to it because this thing's in the way. So I remember seeing a butterfly, and that sucks. At least I think that's where we're supposed to be. Oh wow, yeah, this is kind of wild. Let's see. Alright, so we can't interact with that. We're in front of the dragon. Alright, just a moment, everybody. We will be right back. Sorry about that, everybody. Just had a quick little technical issue within the house. So, with that taken care of, on with our story. The dragon lets out a roar, warning you to back off. Okay, so we gotta... I should probably leave it alone. Okay. Oh, here we go. Just as you reach out your hand to touch the butterfly, it disappears with a flash of light. Mary obtains a lore fragment. Oh, and I have another one. Okay, here we go. We got another butterfly. Mary obtains a lore fragment. Good. We haven't missed any so far. And if we come up here, I want to see. I want to make sure that nothing has been missed. Okay, I think we've collected all our butterflies so far. This is good. We're well on our way to ending number 2. It wasn't long before Mary had come to a path in the woods leading south. I wonder what's down here. I love adventures. With much excitement, Mary continued on with her new journey with uncertainty, but plenty of faith and spirit. Okay, so I see a butterfly. Let's go get that son of a bitch. Let's go. Let's go, butterfucker. Just as you reach out your hand to touch the butterfly, it disappears with a flash of light. Mary obtains a lore fragment. I really wish we could, like, check out what these lore fragments were. And I really wish that I could interact with these birds. And why can't I get to that little... Anyway. Oh, okay. That's kind of cool. What else do we have here? Do we have anything else that we can interact with? And can we go back, actually? Now that the drug trip has worn off. Okay, we never tried this before, now that the drugs have worn off. So this is all kind of brand new. We can go all the way back to the beginning. Let's talk to this guy again. Best of luck to you in your travels, little fairy. Oh, okay. Okay, so we're still not able to get back in there. So I'm wondering, like, what the Easter eggs are. Banished forever. Okay. Time to give up on this and head out past our drug-fueled... Wait, birdie. Oh, yeah, okay, so it's on... Yeah, I'll be able to interact with it. Okay, so drug trip has worn off. We're no longer on mushrooms. Yeah, basically those birds were being treated like these clouds are. They're on a completely separate layer. You cannot interact with them in any way, shape, or form. So we have our butterfly. There were 2 butterflies from the previous segment, or butterfly from here. And we're just gonna go and... Yeah, now that I know I can climb these, that's kind of a neat little Easter egg. Well, not really an Easter egg, I mean... I suppose if I'd been paying attention, I could have done that. Yeah, I can't really interact with anything. See, now I want to interact with absolutely everything because I'm convinced there's a joke in there somewhere. So, anyway, let's go here. To Faticus Maximus. Whoa, where do you think you're going? I'm not quite sure. I suppose into that cave behind you there? I don't think so. A little fairy like you get smushed in that cave. Smushed? But why? Well, because Cyclops lives in there.
A Cyclops? I've never encountered one of those before.
Fierce creatures they are. You know, I seen one once.
Wow, really? You've seen one?
I did. But he had 2 eyes.
Wait, 2 eyes?
That's right.
So, wouldn't that just be a person?
Maybe. But I don't think so. Maybe it was a Biclops.
So, a Biclops? As in a humanoid creature with 2 eyes? But not a person?
Oh my God. It was just a person. I guess that's why he kept yelling, "No, wait, don't run away from me. I'm just a person." It all makes so much more sense now.
So, there's not a Cyclops in that cave then, is there?
Oh no, there's definitely a Cyclops in that cave. He'll eat you up and shit you out, then eat you up again. Cyclops are dirty, disgusting creatures.
Well, I'm not afraid. I want to go in there and see what I'm made of. Mary the fairy doesn't back down from anything.
If you insist, I suppose I'll let you through. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Despite the fat guard's warnings, Mary thought for some reason it would be a good idea to venture into the cave with a potential Cyclops or Biclops or person.
Would you like to save the game? Yes, I would. And actually, I want to check something. So we're going to click on yes. And we're going to use file number 6. And we're going to save. Save. Okay. Total saves 3, total butterflies 4. I want to go back. What was file number 3? Total saves 3, total butterflies 4. Oh no, short road to somewhere. Ah, total saves 2, total butterflies 3. We're 1 butterfly ahead. Short road to somewhere. Short road to somewhere. Yes, okay. We may collect all of the lore fragments, so we can actually see the face melting, which I think would be kind of cool. All right. So anyway, we're going to yeah, save, yes, and now we're just gonna. There we go. Let's go inside. Ah, you bastard butterfly asshole. If you insist on continuing on, please take this torch with you. Mary obtains a torch.
Alright. Thank you. This'll definitely come in handy.
Alright, we need that butterfly. Where's that little majestic butterfly bastard that you son of a bitch, you went down the cave, you motherfucker. Okay, anyway. Did he escape out the cave? Oh, wait. Okay, did he come out of the cave? I want to make sure we don't lose this butterfly. Okay, we're not going to lose a butterfly. Might lose a torch, but anyway. No, okay, we're good. Okay, there's our stairs. Butterfly.
As Mary descended into the cave, she felt a cold chill run over her entire body. Whew, it sure is cold. My nipples are so hard they could double as a quick shiv in prison. She decided to continue further into the cave, as there was really no point in going back the way she had come. After all, that's not really how stories work, is it? I'm excited to meet this Cyclops thing. I hope he's friendly. Mary doesn't want to have to choke a bitch today. All right, so stories are not supposed to work that way. Well, what happens when we make stories work that way? Ha! There we go. Stories aren't supposed to work that way. Well, stories are working that way now, motherfucker. You stay safe now, little fairy. Oh, okay. Let's go all the way back. I was told not to, so this is probably the game dev trying to make me outthink myself by making me do something that's completely pointless, knowing that he's fooled me into doing something completely pointless. I hate that it's working, but I would hate myself more if I didn't try. Nothing new, 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 nothing new. Still nothing new. Motherfucker. Alright. Best of luck to you in your travels, little fairy. Alright, fuck this. We go back into the cave. It was worth a shot. Because whenever it says, you know, stories don't do that, well, this story does a lot of things you don't do in stories. Alright, so we are traveling. Traveling. Alright, back to the salt mines, bitch. Alright, so here we go. We got our... I gotta get that stupid butterfly. That stupid fucking butterfly that's been evading me since I stepped into this fucking place. Because that's gonna be my ticket to ending number 2. Gotcha. Mary ventured on until she came upon a Raggedy Ann on meth-looking motherfucker standing in the center of the cave. What's meth, Grandpa? Meth Grandpa is my DJ name at the club on Tuesdays and Saturdays, Emma. Now back to the story. Who are you? Who am I? Who are you? I'm Mary. You look funny. It's not something you typically say to strangers. Actually, I do. Well, Mary, keep your voice down. There's a Cyclops sleeping around the corner, and we don't want to wake him up unless we have a way to kill him. Kill him? But why would we go and do something like that? Because if he were awake and alert, he'd chew us up into a fine paste, spit us out into the palm of his hand, and use us as lubricant to pleasure himself. Oh. So how do we kill him? You know, it's all fun and games until you're chewed up, spat out into a Cyclops' hand, and used as personal lubricant for self-pleasuring. Now you're talking my language. I'm Gothica, a treasure hunter. I came into this cave because I heard there's a hidden artifact in here somewhere. It holds great power within itself. If we can manage to dig it up, we can use it to turn that Cyclops inside out. That sounds like fun. So where should we start digging? Your guess is as good as mine. I've been digging for hours and hours and had no luck. Why don't you go ahead and see if you can dig anything up? I'm sure you can use some sort of fairy magic or something to help you. Fairy magic? I wish. This is a job for some nimble little fingers sifting through hard dirt. So with haste, Mary searched around the cave for potential digging spots to try and find this ancient artifact that the crazy lady had told her about. Gotcha! Just as you reach your hand out to touch the butterfly, it disappears with a flash of light. Mary obtains a lore fragment. Alright, let's go digging. Oh, I wonder what's hidden under here. This looks like a good spot to dig. Oh, it's just an old chicken bone. I don't want that. Oh, a spot to dig. I hope I get something good from this. Oh, it's just a smelly old boot. I got over my foot fetish years ago. This won't do me any good. Ooh, this spot looks promising. I wonder what's hidden here under the dirt. Oh, it's just a small human. Yay, you found me. I don't have any use for this. I guess I'll cover it back up. Wait, don't. That should do the trick.
I guess there was no dumpster to put it in. Oh my god, I will be so happy when this cold is gone. Alright, I guess I gotta wet my whistle. My body's telling me I need more beer. Okay. Yeah, especially with all the talking you do with a game like this. Alright, so I'm trying to remember where we picked this up. I know there's a bunch of spots. Ooh, this has got to be a good spot to dig. I can feel it. I was wrong. It's empty. There we go. I think this is actually where we pick it up. This better be the right spot. I just got my nails done. That shit's expensive. Success! Mary obtains a scroll of face melting, otherwise known as any Tenacious D album. This should do just fine against the Cyclops. I should go show Gothica. Alright, so we're gonna go show Gothica. Then we're gonna melt some faces. You did it! You found the artifact! That's exactly what we've been looking for. So, what do I do now? Now, you go find that big, fat, smelly Cyclops and use the scroll to destroy him. Really? It's that simple? Probably not, but good luck. So Mary set off to slay the Cyclops all on her own. Alright, let's go slay some Cyclops. I spy with my one eye a little fairy. Wow, that's pretty impressive, mister. What are you doing in my cave, little fairy? Oh, I'm just passing through. Ordinarily, I'd just try to sneak by a big, scary creature like you, but my friend Gothica told me I had to kill you. So here it goes. Kill me? What? Mary the fairy pulled the scroll of face melting she'd found earlier from her pouch, reading whatever gibberish was written upon it until it started to glow in her hands.
And just then, Mary unleashed a violent spell from the scroll that turned the Cyclops into a big pile of mashed potatoes. Wow! That was awesome! Mary was so pleased with the magic power in the scroll that she decided to put it away for later use. This thing is great! I love mashed potatoes! Ooh. I also love mashed potatoes. Who doesn't love mashed potatoes, Andrew? Hey. Mashed potatoes and pussy are the only two things I can eat at this age. Then maybe I should stop making you mashed potatoes for dinner every night? You must be getting too full. Well, anyways, Mary the Fairy started to move on from the cave, thus progressing the story and ending this conversation. Would you like to save the game? Yes, we will. And we're going to compare butterfly counts, because now I'm obsessed with this. This has become my life. So, file 7, we're going to save. Okay, Deeper Somewhere 5 and 5. If I recall, Deeper Somewhere, yeah, save, view, save. Yes. Okay. Deeper Somewhere 3 and 4. We're a full butterfly ahead. So we are 6 and 5 versus 3 and 4. And really, it's this number that I'm worried about. So this took originally took an hour 1 minute, and we're at 47 minutes. Okay, so we're getting along a little bit, probably because I'm not laughing at things as hard as I was at first, or rambling on about how all this reminds me of flash fiction that that my friends and I wrote when we were in high school. Which it totally does, by the way, because I should probably let Gothica know that the Cyclops is dead. Alright. Let's backtrack a little. You know, if we didn't worry so much about what Gothica thought. Wow, I can't believe you did it. I heard the screams all the way over here. You really are amazing, little fairy. I know. I guess I should probably be on my way, though. It was nice meeting you, Gothica. And you as well, little fairy. Safe travels to you. So Mary ventured onward, making haste in a very linear direction with no other potential forks or outcomes. Which, of course, makes me want to look around. God. Makes me want to look around. Am I missing anything? Did I thoroughly explore the cave? Oh, can't go that way because, yeah, God forbid that I can't float over a slightly broken board. Alright, so you. Yeah, for some reason I can't get down to there. That's really strange. Let's... Alright, how do we... Can we? No. Alright. Let's get the hell up out of here. Oh, man. This cold is kicking my ass. Alright. Upon climbing up the rocky steps of the cave, Mary noticed a light emanating from what appeared to be an exit in the wall. Oh, I see light. This is a good sign. Onward we go, fairy wings. Any butterflies in here? These lore fragments now. I wish I hadn't been told it was a lore fragment specifically, because then it'd be a lot more organic. I'd be a lot less obsessed with these stupid things. It's so bright out here. I'm happy to be out of that dark, smelly cave. The sign reads, "Warning, Cyclops ahead." Mary pulls out a thick black marker and writes on the sign. Hee hee, much better. The sign now reads, "Warning, mashed potatoes ahead." Am I makes sense. It's kind of what's there. All right. So we have various forest, various this, various that. Now, one thing I did notice when I came to the screen is there was a butterfly up here, and now we've got it again. The butterfly basically is what kind of pulls you along through the story. Just as you reach out your hand to touch the butterfly, it disappears with a flash of light. Mary obtains a lore fragment. All right. Now, I remember leasing. This looked like a cave last time. But I think it's just... Yeah, it's just something with the art. It's just a variation in the art asset that was used. Yeah, that's pretty much it. No, I can't interact with the bird in any way. I can't really do anything over here in any way. Okay, so I need to read this. The sign reads, "The Unholy Treehouse." Well, hello there, little fairy. I'm Shroomer the Shroomling. Yes, I'm going for Mother Brain from Captain N. Anyone who remembers that, give yourself 25 bonus points. Mary came upon a shroomling. She found a magical mushroom in the forest, Grandpa? No, I mean, she came upon a shroomling. Cunnilingus jokes. Gotta love them. They're always in good taste. I don't regret that at all. Hey, what the hell are you doing to me? Just a look of horror. Hey, knock that off. Sorry, the sight of mushrooms really gets me going. That is just uncalled for. Be gone with you, little fairy. Please forgive me. I didn't mean any harm. I am so very distraught right now. You've managed to ruin my perfectly fine day. I would like to make it up to you if you'll let me. I would feel much better after a nice nap. My mother used to play me lovely ballads to help soothe me to sleep. I will find a way. You can count on me. So then, Mary the Fairy wandered off to figure out how she was going to make things up to Mr. Mushroom. Hey, I don't remember those mushrooms being there before. I should probably go check it out. Hello there. I see you're having some troubles trying to pass through there. I have no idea what voice I'm going for here at all. I'm running out. Yes, I may have done something to upset him. But he said that if he heard a nice song, it might make it up for... Excuse me. It might make it up to him. Well, it just so happens I'm traveling with my musical mushrooms troupe. Alright, I'm just going to read this in my regular voice. This is getting ridiculous. Wow, really? What do you call yourselves? Mushroomica. Oh, yeah! Okay, well, could you maybe teach me a song to play for Shroomer? Yes, we're having a bit of a dry spell right now. We haven't been able to book any shows lately, so we've got plenty of time to spare to help out a little fairy in need. That's wonderful, Shroomfield. Not a problem. Luckily for you, we don't have any use for money, so this lesson is on the house. I like that this is kind of Shroomfield modeled after James Hetfield, who, by the way, is in the Zac Efron Bundy movie. That was kind of weird to see. Did not expect that. A very rare film credit for Mr. Hetfield. At least in an on-camera role. All right, what did you need me to do? Well, it just so happens that my shrooms here are a bit stiff. They're in dire need of a nice lubing up, if you know what I mean. So, what do you say? Absolutely. Well, are you ready to start now? All right, so this is a memory game. 2, 1. Absolutely fantastic. It doesn't look like Shroomer's quite yet asleep. How about we play a little more? These mushrooms are standing still like a statue. Maybe I should go talk to that big one over there. Are you ready to start round number 2? That was brilliant. Take it away, Shrooms. I wonder if there were any repercussions for this use of the melody for Enter Sandman. Although it's not exact, I wonder if it's legally distinct enough. Because, you know, we all know how reasonable the boys in Metallica are. They would never sue or anything like that, would they? All right, let's go talk to... Oh, yeah! That was fucking metal! Good luck on your adventures, little fairy. It looks like he's fast asleep now. Here's my chance to clear the path. Mary grabbed onto Shroomer and started pulling him out of the way. One last time won't hurt. All right, now let's see where that path leads to. All right, here we go. All of a sudden, Mary heard a scream coming from the north. I wonder what that was. It sounds like someone could use my help. Would you like to save the game? Yes. All right, and once again, we're going to... Okay, so we have 5 total butterflies. No, we are going to save. We should have 6 butterflies. There we go. Now, where were we? 4? Yeah, we're... Another road to a different somewhere, another road to a different somewhere. Okay. So, we're 1 butterfly ahead of where we were. We have 1 extra lore fragment. We're going to try helping again. Actually, let me... 6, okay. And no butterflies here. Oh, okay. Let's just take a look at what's here. An old oak stump remains strongly rooted into the soil. There seems to be some sort of small critter flayed upon the stump. Alright, so we're not really interacting with much. Alright, enough is enough. You've been alive for far too long. It's time to die. Hey! Leave her alone. Stay out of this, little fairy. Prepare to feel the wrath of Mr. Fister. Please, no. It was at this point in time the little fairy had a choice to make. What choice was that, Grandpa? Mary had to choose whether or not to help the sister. Okay. Now... I believe we have all of the lore fragments, but I don't know for sure. if we help the sister, we do risk having the same ending as last time, or we could not get involved and see what the end. We definitely know the ending will be different. I'm gonna run the risk of the same ending, just because I think that one extra butterfly, that one extra lore fragment is gonna put us over the top. So let's see. Let's help the sister. And if not, we're gonna have to wait till the next live stream where we basically go through it, and then for sure I don't get involved, so at least I get a different ending. Since Mary was good of heart, she decided to step in. Mary... Oh, here we go. This is definitely a different ending. Mary pulled out the scroll of face melting, and at the same time, the lore fragment crystals she'd been collecting started to glow. A flash of light suddenly erupted from the crystals, and the scroll of face melting began to glow bright. The lore fragment crystals had granted the scroll of face melting enough power to wipe out both of the baddies. What did you do to us? You melted our faces and our bodies. Well, this really fucking sucks, Mr. Fister. It sure does, Styles. Yay! I got him. Get wrecked, baddies. Thank you, little fairy. I'm in your debt for saving my life. Please follow me inside so I can make you some food. I bet you're starved after all that fighting. Why, I would love to. Thank you for rescuing me from those hooligans. No problem, sister. I love helping others. All right. Now how about that food? Would you be a dear and grab some of my spices from the shelf in the back? Okay, you got it. I don't seem to see any here. Did you maybe put them somewhere else? No, it's definitely back there. Just keep looking. Mary the fairy continued to look on the shelves, although there were no spices to be found. We're getting waxed, aren't we? I think I see it in the far back, Mary. As Mary turned to check the far shelf, she was smacked in the back of the head. I'm sorry it had to come to this, Mary. Actually, who am I kidding? Fairy stew is my favorite. So little Mary the fairy was killed and then subsequently eaten by the sister. See, kids? If you don't know both sides of the story, you probably shouldn't get involved. Even if someone seems like they might be a good person, they might actually be the ones deserving of a beatdown. You just never truly know. Which means you probably shouldn't follow your dream as a hero, Andrew, since you have terrible judgment to begin with. Oh, okay then, Grandpa. You shouldn't crush the boy's dreams, Richard. Thanks for the support, Grandma. He's perfectly capable of figuring out that he'll never be good enough on his own. Oh. Grandpa, I have to be honest. The story fucking blew dogs for quarters. Hey, now that I think about it, that story did kind of suck. Well, they can't be all winners, kids. Moral of the story, life isn't fair. And also, fuck you. You think I'm happy that you two little shits share my DNA? No, but that's life. Shit happens, then you die. I don't want to die, Grandpa. Well, you're gonna. I don't want to die either, Grandpa. Well, you're gonna die too, Emma. I'm gonna die, you're gonna die, you're gonna die, and she's gonna die. We're all gonna die. None of you are safe. God damn it, Richard. Take your medicine. All right, let's get through the rest of this. I think what we're going to do, one last thing, since we have a little bit of time before the end of the stream, is we're going to get through, I'm assuming they're going to make me go through the 5 fucking minutes of credits again. We're going to load up the most recent save, and then we're going to see what the third ending is. So, liquor store, dumb enough to marry this old shriveled ball sack of a man. What was that, dear? Blah, 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 blah. We've gone through this. We went through this before. Nothing has changed. So. Oh, man. I'm really sorry to anyone who's listening in headphones and has had all this, like, percussive coughing in their ears, so. It will get better, I promise. It has to get better. Please, for the love of God, get better. All right, so here we go. This was just one of 3 possible endings. Highly recommended you try. Okay. So we're going to unlock the third ending, and that'll probably, usually when you unlock all the endings is when you get the Easter eggs. You were warned. See you next time. Okay. Yes. Please let me, give me, God damn it. All right, so we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait. Yes, I get it. Like, how do I get through these stupid credits? Yeah, I get it. Yeah, you want me to review your game. I'm. See, this, if I've seen these credits once, so any budding game designers, whoa. This is my first one. I promise you, this is the first one I've had today. Which is kind of sad in and of itself. But any budding game designers out there, never, ever, ever force me to watch your credits more than once. I get that I've completed your game a second time, but I saw this once. Maybe I will leave this as a review. And I'm going to be pissed off that you made me watch the fucking credits 3 times. Because honestly, after the first time, I don't give a shit who does your art assets. Okay, let's just wait. So, what do you think? So, here we go. What we're going to do now is I'm going to leave sort of a bizarre little interactive tidbit in here for all of you, since I know that the video portion hasn't been terribly interactive. But what we're going to do while we're waiting for all of this to clear up, in chat, because Future Rob, who is monitoring this chat, will know ahead of time what this third ending will be. I think what we're going to do is let's put in your predictions for what you think will happen in the third ending when we don't help the sister. So we know what happens when we do help with all of the fragments. We know what happens when we do help with some of the fragments. What do you think will happen if we do not help at all? So put that down in the chat, because Future Rob, aka me, who is not on camera watching all of the proceedings and monitoring chat, and I hope you've been chatting with him through the night, and I hope you've all had a good time chatting with him, aka me, throughout the night. He'll be able to take a look and see what you guys think, and maybe have a laugh at your expense, or maybe be able to confirm what maybe bits. I don't know how spoilery we want to get. And when I say we, I mean me in the now recording this video, and me in the future watching this recorded video but monitoring chat live. I can see why time travel gets so complicated. Beginning to see that now. So put your thoughts about time travel in the comments as well, and then maybe we can fuck with Future Rob, who will have to put this all back on the rails. Go for it. Alright, so we're going back to the story. I want to see if I can get out of this right now and load up. Nope. Totally still awake, blah, blah, blah. Shut your damn ass, go to sleep. Okay, here we go. We're going to get to our... Perfect. Alright, continue. We are going to load up here. Load. Yes. And now what we're going to do is, for those of you who've taken a moment or so to write in the comments what you think is going to happen, I'll give you another couple seconds as I kind of make my way onto the next screen and see if any other... Well, no, because this is a save file, so I don't think any new stuff will be there. So we'll look at that again. An old oak stump remains strongly rooted into soil. There seems to be some sort of small critter flayed upon the stump. That should have been our clue that we were going to die. Oh well. Alright. So, I'm going to give you 2 more sips of beer to put in the chat what you think is going to happen, what your thoughts on time travel are, and whether or not future Rob, who is monitoring the chat right now, has any chance of going into the past to prevent me, who is recording the stream right now, from becoming my own grandfather. That's 1 sip. All right, and that's 2 sips. So here we go. Put down your pencils, kids, because it means that you've been writing on your screen and I can't see it in the chat. You should have typed it. Oh well, too late. Sorry. All right, enough is enough. You've been alive for far too long. It's time to die. All right, I'm not doing this again. This will be like the 3rd time I've done this. Leave her alone. Stay out of this little fairy. Prepare to feel the wrath of Mr. Fister. Please no. And here's our decision, folks. This is like Deus Ex all over again. What choice was that? Okay, whether or not to help the sister, let's not get involved. Let's be subversive. Let's not get involved. How does it play out? How does the drama unfold? Mary decided to step back and stay out of the way. I mean, these guys were kind of scary, and she's just a little old fairy. Yeah. Just keep doing what you're doing, fam. No one's coming to help you. Prepare to feel the wrath of Mr. Fister. I'll never let you get away with this. Sister Whitstead started to glow, chanting inaudible words. Not so fast. Mr. Fister and Styles Davis quickly jumped on the sister and gave her a gloriously murderous beating. I've been wrecked. Take that. And with that, Sister Whitstead was beaten to the consistency of mashed potatoes. Thank you, Fairy, for staying out of the way. Yeah, we were able to stop her before she could do any more damage. So what now? Nothing for us. We're headed home. Thanks again, Fairy. Yeah, see ya. With the sister dead and gone, Mary the Fairy made herself comfortable in the nun's old home. I guess some things do work out in the end. This is quite the lovely little treehouse. Mary was never going to go hungry again with the forest nearby. She really did have it all. But unfortunately, her time was limited as she had gotten AIDS from those mushrooms she found earlier. You can get AIDS from mushrooms? Apparently you can. Who knew, right? I'm surprised I'm still alive, personally. I've done my fair share of experimenting, let me tell you. So, she died then, Grandpa? Yeah, but it took a really long time. So life was pretty sweet for a while, at least. So little Mary the Fairy lived happily ever after in her new treehouse. Well, you know, until the AIDS kicked into full effect. See, kids? Even when everything seems like it can't get any worse, you end up in a better place than where you began. Which means there's still hope for you two one day, Andrew. Thanks, Grandpa. You shouldn't lie to the boy, Richard. Grandpa, I have to be honest. Okay, here we go. That dwarf fucking blue dogs for quarters. And we are yeah, let's just get through. Let's just get through this. Nothing has changed, literally. All right, share the DNA. All right. Can we? No, it's just hitting escape instead of bringing up the menus, advancing the story. All right. So that was ending. Well, actually, that was all 3 endings to Quiver Dick's Terrible Tales for Terrible Parents to Read to Their Equally Terrible Children. Oh, liquor store closed on Sundays. And it's not that the jokes aren't funny, it's just that literally nothing changes. And you can't escape the script. And that's one of the things that bugs me. Okay, let's go. Okay, so we've unlocked all 3 endings. I don't know if I'm going to play through it again on a stream to unlock anything, any special Easter egg moments. But yeah, we've got this covered. You were warned. See you next time. Okay. So what we're going to do now that we've reached a logical conclusion to our story is we're going to logically conclude our live stream. So I definitely want to